All right, so I'm just going to walk you through step by step what you should do. So this is your profile, right? This is basically what your profile looks like. So what you want to do is you actually want to go to first thing that you want to do is you want to scroll down to resources, make sure that you turn on creator mode on. Creator mode, it'll show your analytics and it'll show like all these things should be available. Most importantly, your profile topics, these are right here. You should pick five, up to five. You don't have to pick all five. You can select up to five hashtags, and I would go broader, right, rather than like super niche specific. So, for example, I talk a lot about marketing. I talk a lot about social media marketing more accurately, but marketing has like 20 million followers. So, marketing is more discoverable. And the way that you figure that out is you go to this website right here is linkedin.com/feed/hashtag/ this is where you enter um your keywords, right? So if I just change the last keyword here to social media marketing, it's gonna have 161,000 followers in comparison to just marketing. So you can pick broad and then you can go a little bit broader, niche down. So for example, I could say hashtag marketing and hashtag social media marketing if I want to get more specific. But I personally, just to have more discoverability, I just chose keywords that I talk about more. And these are usually keywords that you're going to be tagging in your posts. Because if you start tagging other things, like for example, if I put like hashtag sales, but I never tag sales in my posts, then I'm not really gonna rank for it. So it's gonna hurt me more than help me. So you want to go more specific into like, okay, these are the topics that I mainly talk about, and generally speaking, these are the keywords or the hashtags that I generally post on my content. So that's the very first step. Once you have creator mode turned on, then you want to go to your settings. And so you click where it says me, and then you put settings and privacy. And then here you just go to this section over here that is going to say profile on, because this right here, people also viewed. So you want to turn this off, because what this does is on your on your LinkedIn, when you go on your LinkedIn, I have it off so you can't see it, but when you go on your LinkedIn, usually you have let's see. Hang on, I have to scroll past all this Tablio stuff. Okay, people you may know, right? You can also put you usually here it says people, other people you view or something like that. That people viewed section, people also viewed, is basically your competitors. So if they're looking at me for like AI, for example, or marketing, it's gonna show a whole thing here of other potential AI people, other marketing people. So what it's doing is you're sending people away to your competitors. So I like to keep it off. That way, you don't really lose people to competitors. Just a tip that I learned along the way. And then after that, we want to get into actually optimizing your profile. So the best way to be seen as a thought leader is to, or the best way to like, build your own brand is to find your own voice and distinguish yourself and have memorable branding. So to take it one step back, to find this brand, if you don't have brand colors, this would be a good moment to have your brand colors. But if you don't have brand colors, you can use ChatGPT to help you figure that out. Now, what you want to do is starting with the banner. These are the keys we're going to go through. We have the banner, we have the profile picture, we have the headline, we have the hashtags, we have the link, the URL here, then we have the featured section, then we have the about me section. Okay, so going one by one. So first, the banner. You can use LinkedIn, you can use ChatGPT to help you figure out the banner. So for example, let's just pretend that I'm a TikTok strategist, right? So I'll walk you through the whole thing, how to find your colors all the way through optimizing your profile. So starting with the the audience persona. Uh, You're a thought leader. You're act as a LinkedIn strategist. I'm telling ChatGPT what to act as. Your goal is to help me position myself as a thought leader in, let's just say, marketing. But if you're doing, sales or anything else that you might be doing, you can just change that here. And then today we're going to optimize my LinkedIn profile, starting with the banner, the one-line headliner, about me and experience. So for the banner, before we start with the banner, build an audience persona that includes pain points, desires, buying behaviors, and buying behaviors. Interested in working with a marketing specialist for, I'm just gonna pretend TikTok. Okay, so we start with the audience persona. We have now, we have this here. So it's already starting to optimize the LinkedIn profile, but we're not there yet. So, oh, I forgot to add, no, desires is there. It didn't. Goals and desires, here we go. They put it at the very top. So, goals and desires, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm going to ask, build a brand kit using color psychology, include, build branding guidelines, create branding guidelines using color psychology, that inspires trust, optimism, and growth. Now, you guys get to choose what these are, right? Maybe these aren't your core values. Maybe yours are like happiness, positivity, joy, right? Like these are the things that's going to help you um, figure that out. So, create branding guidelines using color psychology that inspires and resonates to my audience persona. Include hex codes and font choices. So here it's giving you a little bit more. It's giving you logo, tone of voice, fonts, logo, visual elements, etc. Now, if you just want the colors, if you kind of have an idea for everything already, you can just choose colors. Brainstorm 3 color palettes. Let's say 5 color palettes. I'm just gonna copy in this. Whoops, let's try that again. So there you go. Now you have color palettes. So you can take these straight into Canva and build banners with it, right? You can build banners, font, logos, whatever it is. So that the whole purpose of this is if you don't have a brand kit, then you want to start with this and then make sure that it makes sense to you. Like if you like Open Sans or if you like Lado, then you can use those. The logo, you can take this and give it to like your logo designer. Or you can try like Midjourney or Dolly or one of those tools. I haven't had a lot of luck with those though for logos. There is one called logoai.com. You can try that. But yeah, and then here it just, it gives you a little bit more information. Tone of voice, professionally and approachable and friendly. So these are things that you can actually take into your copywriting, but that's for a different day. Right now, let's just focus on this. So let's pretend that these are the colors. What you want to do is then we're going to actually ask it to brainstorm. I'm just going to copy this from here, from a previous section. So what it's doing now, it's coming up with banner ideas. So now what I want to do is actually I want to rank it on a scale of 1 to 10. So it's going to say that these 3 options are probably the best. What would make it a 10? it gives me unlock the proven strategies to explosive TikTok growth and dominate your industry. Those are very powerful words. So, if you like this, let's say that we do like it. So we go to Canva. Give me 1 second, let me log in. I'm just logging in really quick. But what you want to do is essentially, I'm just going to walk you through while I log in. We're going to go to Canva, we're going to create a banner using this, and then we're going to download, so here we go. So you go here and you put LinkedIn banner, and you have all these LinkedIn banner templates. So let's just say that you want to go with something simple. You don't want to go with something that's too much, because if it's too much, then it's going to be way too distracting. And the whole thing with LinkedIn and social media, because there's so much content out there, the second that you do something that can be distracting, you potentially lose them. So actually, I signed on to the wrong account. So I highly recommend using Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, I highly recommend. It's going to give you more features. But for example, you would just paste that in here. And then just make it smaller. Just remember that your face is pretty much going to be like a half circle going over this banner here. So I would just do something like this. And then you can change this to a TikTok, for example. What does that look like? Nope. See, this is why you have to use Pro. Otherwise, it'll be watermarked. Probably not. Probably this one. And then I would just, so before doing this, actually, I'll color this black. So I just cut out the image, pasting back the image, and then that way I can include, oh, it's still not letting me do it. So I'll just put rectangle, and then I'll just position, send to back, and then I'll make this black, or whatever brand colors you are using. And then that way you can give it a little bit of shade. Whoops. There we go. Just copy this. There we go. So actually we need to send that to back one more. That way the white text stands out. So something like this, and if you want to make the image blurry, just so it doesn't take from it, you can. You just go here, whoops. You click there and you put edit image, and you put blur, and you use that. And basically we just want to blur. Okay, it's lagging. But anyways, you could blur the TikTok logo and the phone, so it can actually give you a little bit more, so it doesn't take away from the actual words. You can color like one word by itself, for example. You get to choose this. When you use Pro, you can create a brand kit, which means that here's where you'd be able to, I logged into the wrong account, so I can't show you, but basically you would put your hex codes here, the ones that ChatGPT created, and you can save them here in the brand kit. Now, if you use Canva Pro, it's only like $14-15 a month. Highly recommend. And it'll allow you to create a lot of content, carousels, and stuff like that without being so restricted. So yeah, once you have your banner, then you can go to this website called headshotpro.com. It's $29 or so to get like a professional picture AI generated. I think you just have to give it like a bunch of pictures. I have sent this to a couple of clients and they've used it. and the results they've gotten are phenomenal. So you just have to submit it some photos, and then it'll generate a bunch of pictures for you, and they'll look super professional. So that's for your headshot. You wanna make sure you have a clear smile, that you're, that you're actually your face is focused in a little bit. It's not necessarily like you sitting by a tree at a distance. That's not gonna go well. People need to see your face. And if you can do a colorful background, if not, no worries. I did the colorful background on Canva. So that's pretty much it for that. Now, if you want to get this one line, what you do is moving on to the next step. I'm just copy and pasting these from the previous, so I don't have to type them all out from one by one. And we're almost done here. So brainstorm 10 ideas for the one-liner headline, the typical sentence structure, is I help target audience do results without common misconception. So since ChatGPT knows our persona, it's going to use that same formula and it's going to fill in the blanks. Now, me personally, I believe that there's way too many people using the I help statement. Um, I personally would recommend just dropping the I help. So for example, I would say something like more powerful, like empowering businesses to leverage TikTok's power. I would even make it shorter. So, for example, you could say helping brands go viral on TikTok without breaking the bank. You could say empowering small business owners to succeed on TikTok without overwhelming complexity, right? Like that's going to be more powerful and it's going to pack a punch rather than saying I help. Um so that's just my personal tip on that, but using this structure can actually give you like some good results. And then whatever you like, or if you wanna, mix and match a couple of them and change your one-liner here, then that's all good. Then the next thing is you click on the pencil here, and at the very you just scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can put your link. This link, you can try it and test it, and whatever your call to action is for the week or the month, you can, change the link or change the link text. I normally right now my focus is to grow my email list, so I have it here. My focus is growing the email list because although I might have 21,000 followers, if tomorrow LinkedIn for whatever reason disappears or they ban my account or whatever, I won't have access to 21,000 people. So if I'm focusing on sending people to my email list, I'm going to be able to grow I'm going to be able to grow my email list, which means that I'm going to be able to um essentially I'm going to be able to own my audience, right? And owning your audience is the most important thing that you can do, especially as you look into monetization and stuff like that. So we'll get into that, but I usually just send them to whatever page I want to um get more eyes on. And for me right now that is the email list. Now, for the featured section, you want to do it in this manner: your most expensive, least expensive, and your freebie. So if you have, let's say, hourly consultations, you could do here. If you do booking calls for your high ticket offers, that could go here. Or if you have a program that you're selling for over $1,000, that could go here. If you have a low ticket item, something like $97 or less, even 297 or less, that goes in the middle. So people actually, it's kind of like a little bit of price anchoring, right? Because if they see something for 1,097 won't be as bad. And also, it gives people an option like, oh, I'm not ready to spend $1,000 yet, but I'm ready to spend 97 to, get a feel for this. So, you want to put the middle option here, and then the last one is the freebie, which in the same as the above, I just have my email list up in subscription. So you can do the same. We'll get more into this on monetization day. And then if we scroll down the about me section, so the about me section, um, this is a prompt that you can use. And the more data you feed this, the better it's going to provide you with answers. So right now I just put, very, very high level fill in the blanks. So basically, I'm saying start with a compelling hook that piques curiosity. Here's some background info about me. My background is digital marketing expert. My experience is working with Fortune 500 organizations. My target audience is solopreneurs who, remember, I'm just saying TikTok because I'm using TikTok as this example. Solopreneurs who want to build a TikTok following. My hardest challenge, growing my audience. Spent 3 years posting 3 times a day. I just made up a story, right? You guys don't have to say this. Um, how I overcame that challenge, right? If you can actually go more emotional and more deep into this, I just wrote this just to give you an example. Write in a conversational tone, or you can say that resonates and triggers emotions. Let's see what happens. So you have, I probably would choose more compelling hooks. So I would say brainstorm 10 different compelling hooks that create curiosity to want to read more. And there you go. So you can pick one of these if you like it, and then just grab all of this, read it, edit it, make sure that it actually sounds like you, that it makes sense, and then add it into here. Now, a copywriting trick that I learned is that you want to put one space in between each sentence, so it's a lot easier to read. Rather than putting blocks of text. If you put blocks of text, people are gonna skim right through or only see keywords, and that it is what it is. At the very end of your story, you want to say your call to action. My call to action, first, this is the third time I'm prompting people to go to my email list, so this is really the action that I want them to take. Second thing, I learned from a different coach. This actually stuck with me because on LinkedIn, depending on what industry you're in, people are going to they use their phone numbers, they use their contact information different ways. For example, realtors, they put their phone numbers in their headline, they put their phone numbers in their story, in their about me, and that's just because they're real estate, like, they move through just phone calls, right? They're always on the go, they're always answering calls and stuff like that. So a consultant or a coach isn't normally gonna do that, right? Especially lifestyle entrepreneurs, they're not necessarily gonna be taking calls all day. So it really just depends on who, like, what your industry is, but that's why you wanna give people options. You can say, "DM me, go here," like, "Email me here," or if you have a landing page with a booking calendar link, you can say that too, and that way you're giving people options that, hey, maybe they don't wanna DM you, or maybe they don't wanna email you, okay, that they can go to a booking funnel. Maybe they don't like the booking funnel, maybe they wanna be more personalized, maybe they wanna talk to you first before getting on a call. Then that's why you can tell them that you can send me a DM or email me. It pretty much lets them know that, hey, my emails and my inbox is open. Feel free to reach out. So, and then you can add the top skills. So yeah, that's essentially how you optimize your profile. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. I'll make sure to copy and paste these prompts for you guys to use. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.